Once upon a time, a man and his friend were walking along the road. Eventually, both of them became tired, and they decided to take a break under a tree. The man saw how tired his friend was and offered to watch their things so he could take a nap. The friend happily obliged, and soon he was fast asleep. After a few minutes, the man saw something startling. A bug came out of his friend's nose. The man watched the bug fly far off into the distance. And after a few hours, the bug returned and flew back into the friend's nose. When the friend woke up, he told the man that he had had a weird dream. He dreamt that he was flying in the air and could see himself and the man when he looked down. Then he flew up even farther into the sky and traveled a great distance. After flying for so long, the man said that he found a tree that was covered in white flowers with yellow centers, and buried under it was a pot full of unbelievable treasure. The man listened to his friend's story intently, and then had an idea. "Oh, please, 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 let me buy your dream." The friend was confused by what he was being asked, but eventually decided to agree, and sold the man his dream. The man thanked his friend and handed over 2 gold coins. Then he went out on his own and followed the path from his friend's dream to try and find the buried riches. His journey led him to the house of one wealthy man. He knocked on the gate and was met by a worker who called over the owner of the house. When the man met the owner, he bowed his head and asked to have a job. The man knew from the dream that the flower would be at this house. He just had to work for the man long enough to find it. Then, he would take the riches and run away. But, as he continued to work at the house by cleaning and working in the garden, he began to care about doing a good job and developed a close relationship with the owner of the house. As the seasons passed and winter came, the man eventually forgot about his goal of finding the flower, and instead was happy with his current job. That is, until one day, when he was wiping snow off a tree and saw the white flower. "This is my chance," he thought. "I can take the treasure and go off on my own." He dug and dug, deep into the ground. But as he continued digging, he thought about his relationship with the owner of the house, and how much he enjoyed tending to the garden. His thoughts were cut short, though, when he finally found the pot of treasure. He was in shock. Now he could be rich for the rest of his life. But, as he stared into the treasure, another thought came to his mind. He woke up the owner in the middle of the night, and was about to tell him about the treasure. But, before he could say anything, the owner went up to the man, handed him his warm purple coat, and told him that it was much too cold at night to be outside without warm clothes. It was at that moment that the man knew for sure that he wouldn't run off with the riches. He told the owner to follow him, and they went together to take the treasure. But maybe that night, the real treasure they found was true friendship.